Jono, hello.
Hello.
Here we are. Well, what a beautiful day for a bit of experimentation. Some of our lovely viewers have said, wow, I don't know how you'd go with that in a Tomahawk.
Yeah.
You try that in a Tomahawk, oh, you'll find out. So let's find out.
Good idea.
Here we are in the Piper Tomahawk, and a big thank you to Ian for allowing us to use his aeroplane. Okay, let's try and stall without using the elevator in a Tomahawk. I'm trimmed and set for straight and level flight. Remember, most people relate stalling to airspeed, so I'm going to close the throttle, leaving the elevator alone, and you can see that the airplane enters a glide. Never going to stall, ever. Okay, back to straight and level. The next one that we were using was crossing the controls. So all of this, of course, without the elevator, so there's a low cruise power there. No elevator, I'm going to enter a deep slip. I'm going to lower the left wing and apply full right rudder. There's full right rudder. Helping the power off if you like. And there you are in a deep slip, no stall. As expected, climb back up a little. The next one we were going to have a look at is deflection of full rudder. And I'll throttle back and I'm going to apply full left rudder this time. No stall. Okay, I'll recover. Roll wings level first before we pull from the dive.
Avoid the rolling G.
Very good, you've been listening. Yes, rolling G overstress is the most common form of pilot-induced airframe damage. And we'll have another movie on rolling G in the future for our lovely viewers. And they are lovely.
They are lovely.
They are indeed. Okay, the next one I'm going to have a look at was bank. We wanted steep bank, didn't we? Okay, so no elevator. Which way would you like to go, left or right?
Let's go right.
Oh, right you are.
All right.
Right you are. Now, you're smiling?
I am
Just smile
smiling.
today, John.
Yeah, I'm smiling.
Don't upset everyone. Okay, I'm going to roll on. Oh, look, there's about 90 degrees of bank. No stall. Roll wings level, close the throttle, roll wings level, centralise the ailerons, and there you go. We're recovering from the dive to avoid rolling and pulling on the column simultaneously, which can induce a rolling G. Okay, so that didn't work. What was the next one? I was going to look at flap, wasn't it? Okay,
yeah.
So we're going to get ourselves into the white arc, straight and level. Let's just take the first stage of flap. No elevator. Slow down a bit to stay in the white arc. And we'll take full flap now. Leave it unattended. Well, we had no real change in the attitude there. We've just got drag and the airplane's descending, so never going to stall, is it?
Nope.
Okay, so let's knock the flap off and we'll try a wing over. This airplane's in the utility category.
Okay.
So it can be spun. We can do chandelles and lazy eights. Okay. A chandelle is a max performance turn through 180 degrees. A lazy eight in American terminology is a combination of two wing overs, in other words, climbing, descending turn. Not to be confused, Jono, with a Cuban eight, which is the most basic form of horizontal eight, and indeed a full-on aerobatic manoeuvre. So let's have a look. I'm going to use a very high pitch attitude. I'm going to use a very high bank angle at the top. We've done these before,
yep.
And we're going to note the airspeed at the top of the wing over, but we're not going to use any elevator.
Okay.
Okay, all set. Yep. Wings level ball set, and up we go. Okay, entry attitude probably 70 degrees. Yeah. Bank coming on. Airspeed's off the clock. 90 degrees of bank. No stall. Close the throttle. Roll wings level, and I'm just easing up out of that dive nicely. Remember, not rolling or pulling simultaneously.
Yep.
How does that work? Well, if we do roll and pull while we're descending and accelerating, the wing with the downgoing aileron will be experiencing more force, more G, than the wing with the upgoing. In other words, it's an uneven or asymmetric loading on the wing and could cause serious damage, serious failure. Okay, we're going to locate the stall stick position for the little Tomahawk here.
Yep.
Upright 1G, power off, okay?
Okay.
So let's get our power off, upright 1G and trim. Okay, so now let's just power off. Let's just keep that column coming back. I'm controlling the yaw.
Okay, I'm off the rudder.
Okay, so there's a buffet there, yeah?
Yep.
Can you just hold that there, please?
Yep.
I will mark it accordingly. Good. Okay, so we've marked that, and I'm going to come around now, and we'll just have a look at entering and recovering. Power off upright first. Let's have a look at the column. And as I said, I'm controlling the yaw. And there we are, stall, unstall, good. Now let's compare that buffet position with the full aft position in the Tomahawk. There's the stall stick position, there's full aft, quite a difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in a deep stall now. You can have a look at the rate percent there.
1500.
And away from stall, move the column away from stall stick position, control the yaw, apply full power, and we'll do a minimum height loss recovery. So elevator position awareness is just so paramount, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, now at full power and level, I'll clear right ahead and left, and I'll roll into a level turn. And we'll see whether airspeed and power, so thrust and power, will make a difference to the location of the stall stick position in this aeroplane. So I'm raising the elevator. Remember, the bank is irrelevant. It's the only way I can raise the elevator without climbing. There it is. Unstall. Stall, unstall. Stall, unstall. Unstall. The Tomahawk has quite a nice heavy buffet. Yep. So there's no doubt that we're at stall stick position there. Okay, let's just recover from that and climb away.
Our stall warning stuck on.
Okay. Our stall warning horn is stuck on. Well, there you go. It needed a bit of exercise, apparently. Never mind, we'll live with that. We know that our real stall warning is right there. Unstall. While we're climbing, we'll just recap. We'll recall that the theory tells us that if we achieve the critical angle of attack or beyond the critical angle of attack in a balanced level turn, upgoing wing stalls first. The aeroplane tends to roll out of the turn because of the uneven stall or asymmetric stall. The downgoing wing is still flying. The same thing happens in a climbing turn, balanced climbing turn. The upgoing wing stalls first, so the loss of lift and extra drag provides the yaw there. In a balanced descending turn, it's the downgoing wing that stalls first and then go into the turn. And in the skidding turn, if we were to stall in the skidding turn, the airplane will want to go into the turn.
Yep.
Yeah? Okay, so let's get ourselves straight and level. Back to cruise power. All clear?
Clear right ahead and left.
Rolling into the turn, so this is just a balanced level turn. And I'm coming back to stall stick position. No other input, so there'll be no aileron, no rudder. There she goes, and as you see, it rolls out of the turn, unstall and recover from the unusual attitude. Now, had I continued to move the column towards me and hold the elevator up, that would have resulted in a spin. But I can stop it simply by moving the stick away from stall stick position instantly, and I'll recover. An untrained pilot or a pilot without elevator position awareness, either or, splash both, will find themselves spinning and they won't understand why.
Yep.
It's all down to the elevator. Okay, let's have a look back to full power, into a climb. Here we are climbing turn, back to stall stick position, we should flick out, and there she goes. Instantly move the column away from the stall stick position. We recover, and I'll just recover from the unusual attitude. Okay, so the theory is holding true there. Next one was the balanced descending turn, where we should find that the downgoing wing stalls first. All right.
An airplane there at
Got the traffic.
o'clock, right?
Thank you very much. So I'm going to enter from a little wing over here. Here I come into my descending turn. Back to stall stick position. Well, there she goes, just as forecast. I let that one wind up a bit so that you could see that it really wanted to spin. All I did was nothing else but held the elevator up. The yaw was provided by that downgoing wing stalling. So we had the loss of lift and extra drag providing the yaw. Last one, skidding turn scenario.
The base to final.
Yeah, the down with the base to final scenario. Remember, these usually result from mishandling due to a pilot having developed a fear of bank or having had a fear of bank instilled by poor instruction. Makes me mad. Okay, I'll slow down. We'll enter a slight descent. Here I am, I'm turning from base to final. I don't want to use too much bank because I'm frightened that will cause a stall. What a load of rubbish. But I'm not getting around the turn quick enough, so I push it round with my foot. I skid. Skid yaws the nose down. It also increases the further effect of the yawer's roll. It increases the bank, and it makes me want to hold the bank off because I'm frightened of bank.
Yep.
I shouldn't be. There's stall stick position. And look at that, Jono. That is what we call a spin.
There it is.
From which I'll recover. Are you smiling?
I am
Oh, finally I made him laugh at a spin. Oh, viewers. Hey, old Jono, I spun him and he laughed. I think we're getting... We toppled the gyro,
We have toppled the gyro.
which is not unusual in the flight attitude indicator. If you watch it, we've got plenty of suction there. So what will happen, it'll gradually recover.
Okay.
Let's go home.
Let's go home.